Don't blame our use of four-letter words on the French language. Tonight I ask you, please, don't excuse my French. Embrace it. Contest chair, friends. When I was 19, I lived and worked in France, where I had to register for an alien registration card. Alien. To work in Paris, not Mars. But while I was there, I probably spoke more English than I should have. However, what really astonishes me is just how much French I've been speaking since I came back to Ireland. Do you use the F word? Some of you probably speak French fluently, and some of you may say that you don't, but I don't believe you. I bet you speak a lot more French than you think. In fact, I heard a rumor that French is taking over the world. It's everywhere, steadily infiltrating our English language. It has ways and means of making us speak, but c'est la vie. This is not a bad thing. In fact, potentially it's fantastic, giving us a whole new repertoire of linguistic resources to draw on, enhancing our je ne sais quoi, maybe even impacting our very raison d'être. So when did this coup or takeover begin? Well, during the Celtic Tiger years, we definitely had a whole génération of nouveaux riches. And me too, I was probably a member of that clique. Childcare for me was once a choice between a crèche and an au pair. A very posh, single bourgeois friend of mine, Janelle, she actually thought that a crèche was a collision between two cars outside Trinity College. A crèche. Since then, one of my many jobs has been that of a chauffeur, driving my children around, keeping them entertained en route to their destination. But let me tell you a little bit more about Janelle. Janelle hates French, but she hasn't realized how it is manipulating its way into her life. For starters, Janelle describes herself as a petite brunette who loves ballet and golf. She shops in expensive boutiques, the fashion homes of haute couture. Her own favorite outfit is a beret with culottes, in which she looks very chic. Fabulous ensemble. Well, Janelle was engaged to Louis, an entrepreneur, who also fancied himself as an actor. In fact, his acting debut was in a suspicious kind of adult movie, a little bit risqué, called Je t'aime, monsieur. We all attended the premiere of Louis' film, much to Louis' chagrin. Ooh, touché. Yes, Louis was a handsome beau, but he really reminded me of my very first French teacher. Both were a little bit cross-eyed. We used to say that my French teacher just couldn't control his pupils. But Louis would romance Janelle with a bouquet of flowers or a little gift like eau de toilette, himself smelling all the while of eau de cologne. There was a certain sense of déjà vu about their soirées of romance, as they always began in the restaurant located down the promenade in a cul-de-sac. Of course, they would order à la carte, an apéritif at first, and then bon appétit. Janelle said their vol-au-vents were moi, and quite an array of local produce after that: baguette, brioche, crêpe, omelettes, crème brûlée, all washed down with champagne from Champagne, or a café au lait. Louis and Janelle were certainly bon vivant. A few times a year, they would change their euro in the bureau d'échange, and then bon voyage, they would head off on holidays. They enjoyed every genre of vacation. Louis was Janelle's golf caddy, and I remember when Janelle came back and said she was on the piste. On the what? The piste. Didn't you get my postcard? I sent it par avion. Oh, yeah, la piste. Of course, the ski slopes. I thought you meant something else. A simple double entendre. And Louis? Oh, Louis, oh la la. Louis, no longer my fiancé. He lost his job. Now he spends his whole day stretched out on a chaise longue, reviewing his résumé, deep in rêverie, dreaming about a renaissance. So, the next time you hear somebody spit out a passionate pastiche of profanities and qualify it quickly with, excuse my French, please don't be timide. Stand up and say, excusez-moi, but that's not French. If it's French you want, have a conversation with moi, a tête-à-tête. We can have a rendezvous. No need for an invitation with an RSVP. Répondez s'il vous plaît. French has ways and means of making us speak. So tonight, please, don't excuse my French. Embrace it. Merci. And no, en course.